You're listening to the Faeries and Folklore podcast by Ronel. I'm dark fantasy author Ronel Janse van Vuuren. With nearly a decade of digging around in dusty folklore books, researching creatures of imagination that ignited my curiosity, I'm here to share the folklore in a nutshell and how I reimagined it for my writing in An Origin of the Fae. This is the Faeries and Folklore podcast. Hi, I'm your host, Ronel Janse van Vuuren. You can just call me Ronel. In today's episode, we're continuing our exploration of the Faeries. This episode is brought to you by my Dark Court Sisters book series, available in ebook, paperback, and audiobook. 3 sisters, 3 destinies, 3 ways to destroy the world. Go to ronelthemythmaker.com/Dark Court Sisters series for more. You can now support my time in producing the podcast, researching, writing, and everything else involved by buying me a coffee. This can be a once-off thing, or you can buy me coffee again in the future at your discretion. Go to buymeacoffee.com/Ronel to support me. Today's fairy, Solitary Fae. Folklore in a nutshell by Ronel. Fae wandering the world on their own, doing things without others. They have to be weird, right? After all, humans who do things on their own are considered weird, especially writers. William Butler Yeats decided that there are 2 types of fairies, solitary fairies and trooping fairies. Trooping fairies, as we've already discussed, prefer court life. Solitary fairies, though, prefer living alone and are inclined to be malicious. The most notable of solitary fae is the leprechaun. He makes shoes, according to legend, and this has made him very rich. He has hidden his treasure in crocks all across the countryside. Other solitary fae include the banshee, brownie, puka, and leonanshi. According to Yeats, all solitary fae like to play tricks on people, some a bit more malicious than others. As long as you leave them alone, they won't bother you, right? And now for my interpretation of the Fae, in An Origin of the Fae, Solitary Fae. When the rift happened, many Fae were displaced into the mortal realm, along with pockets of fairy. Some Fae decided to leave court affiliations behind and became solitary. After the great battle caused by Morrigan that led to the tithe, these solitary fae had to choose a court to pay their tithes to in return for protection and the right to live on court lands. All of the mortal realm was divided between the 2 courts. Solitary fae come in many forms and sizes, and though interfering in the lives of mortals isn't advisable, the compact makes things tricky. Some enjoy toying with humans. As a little bonus, let's look at this fairy translated to Afrikaans. Alleenloperfee. This is of my own making. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode of the Faeries and Folklore podcast and that you've learned something new about fairy. Remember that you can get a transcript of this episode in the description. If you're new to the podcast, why not go and grab your free copy of Unseen, the 2nd book in the fairy tale series, on my website, ronelthemythmaker.com. Loads of folklore, magic, and danger await. Take care.